Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today I present some things that have been on my mind for a while. And this particular video, I want to talk about from the African American Muslim community, from some of the followers of Islam that I notice they share platforms with Muslims who have anti-black sentiments. Um, in particular, I see a few flyers on social media, in particular on Facebook, some upcoming events. I don't know, some of them might be online, and others of them might be in the community somewhere. But in one event, I see a well-known African American Muslim who is Salafi by the name of Sheikh Osama Dahabi. And I noticed that he's sharing a platform with Daniel Haqiqatjou. And this is very disturbing because lately I have been hearing from Sheikh Osama Dahabi, who is now in the UK, that a lot of times when he speaks or he gives talks, he talk about black social issues that go on in the United States, the historical racism that is known in the US. And I have seen videos and heard videos of him speak about experience of him getting beat up by the police, knocking out his teeth, and other issues and things that go on in the black community. I heard him mention lately in the program with, I think, Sheikh Farouk and Mufti Munir, Muhammad Munir. I heard him mention Sheikh Osama Dahabi mentioned Black Lives Matter and talking about social issues. But it's very contradictory to see that Sheikh Osama Dahabi is sharing a platform with Daniel Haqiqatjou, who has on his Telegram, on his social media, a lot of anti-black sentiment. I showed before and I will show it again, Daniel Haqiqatjou making fun of George Floyd being killed. I had showed you before Daniel Haqiqatjou supporting white supremacy. All right. I had showed different clips. This is Daniel Haqiqatjou right here supporting white supremacy. Here is other clips of Daniel Haqiqatjou praising Malcolm X, at the same time belittling the death of George Floyd, saying that George Floyd died from overdose on drugs and he did not die from the white racist police officer putting his knee on his neck for 9 minutes. There's many posts like this. It's all over his Telegram account. I don't understand how Sheikh Osama Dahabi, who was an individual, was a graduate from an Islamic university, who is Black African American, was going to share a platform with a Muslim who is racist, who push far-right politics mixing with Islam. And then on top of that, a good friend of Daniel Haqiqatjou and his promoter is Sajd Liphan. And unfortunately, Sheikh Osama Dahabi, in that same talk where he was in UK, and it was Sheikh Farouk, I believe, a Desi brother, and our brother Sheikh Muhammad Munir, and Sheikh Osama Dahabi was praising Saj Liphan, who's a big supporter of Daniel Haqiqatjou views. I just don't get it. And on top of that, I see other Black African American brothers who are Muslim who will consider themselves part of the Black conscious Muslim community who post, write things, and talk about systemic racism in America and racism, but at the same time, I see you promoting Daniel Haqiqatjou. This is something that is inappropriate. If you're going to say you're for Black African Americans and against racism against them, how are you going to support Muslims who have a platform who's against Black struggles? You have Daniel Haqiqatjou. I just showed you. He's belittling the death of George Floyd, saying George Floyd died on a drug overdose and he did not die from the police putting his knee on his neck for 9 minutes. I don't know how you're going to say that you for Black people's lives and you're going to share a platform with Daniel Haqiqatjou. It doesn't make sense. And this is part of some of the inappropriate behavior of a lot of the African American Muslim, where you're sharing platforms and promoting individuals who have an anti-Black sentiment and coming with this as being Islam. Daniel Haqiqatjou has no Islamic training. He's not a student of knowledge, and he's definitely not a sheikh in the religion of Islam. And he's definitely not a sheikh. And because that he used to be part of Hakeem Institute, and it had some fallouts, and he left, and he's promoting against his former workers protesting. He has videos saying CRT, critical race theory, is LBGQTI agenda. Critical race theory is talking about systemic racism in America. And he's pushing it on his platform that it's an LBGQTI agenda because Hakeem Institute has some rhetoric mixed with the LBGQTI agenda, and they also support CRT because Daniel Haqiqatjou who was also supporting this while he was working with Hakeem Institute, and it had a fallout. He's taking out his aggression on Black people. And then you're going to have African-American Muslims who are called to Islam sharing platforms with this clown. This person's a clown. He's mad at his former workers, his former employer. He's mad at them. Disgruntled employee. And then you're going to have somebody like Sheikh Osama Dahabi talk about Black Lives Matter and Black people lives matter, and you're going to share a platform with this racist, Daniel Haqiqatjou? Are you kidding me? You're going to share a platform with this guy? You're going to share a platform with somebody who's belittling the death of George Floyd, saying that George Floyd, he died from a drug overdose, and not recognizing the racist white cop put his knee on his neck for 9 minutes, killing him. And if somebody was on drugs, Black or white, if this is how you treat them, I don't see Daniel Haqiqatjou talking about white folks in America who's dying on opioids like this. But he's going to talk about George Floyd because some woke people also supporting George Floyd. I don't understand how you're going to be a caller to Islam, any African-American Muslim, how you're going to be promoting Daniel Haqiqatjou. I see a lot of it today. I see a brother today promoting Daniel Haqiqatjou, African-American brother, promoting a program for them today. Oh, I see a brother today posting it. And he's the same African-American brother who got posts talking about Black people's struggles. This is a smack in our face when you're promoting people like this. You think that a Black person is going to accept Islam from a racist Muslim? You think a Black person is going to open up to the deen, to the dawah of racist Muslim who's preaching rhetoric like this? Racist Daniel Haqiqatjou? I'm not going to call him a suspect racist. He is a racist who's pushing far right politics right here, pushing far white, he's praising the white supremacists. And they made their platform on YouTube to push far right politics in the name of Islam. Daniel Hachik is no shaking Islam. He ain't no scholar. You got Saj Lipan promoting this clown, and he's a graduate from Medina University. Talking about CRT is an LBGQTI agenda. Critical race theory was made up by a team of civil rights lawyers talking about racism in America legal system that falls all the way through the legal system, educational system, and the medical system. Racism towards blacks. And you got this clown like Saj and Daniel Haqiqatjou talking about CRT is promoting LBGQTI agenda because the disgruntled Daniel Haqiqatjou, who used to be part of Hakeem Institute, is mad at his former employer. Daniel Haqiqatjou, when he was with Hakeem Institute, he was helping them promote LBGQTI stuff. And all this pagan stuff that he claimed Hakeem Institute was doing, he was actually part of it because they had a fallout. This clown who has no asas fidain wants to go now and take out his frustration and use the Muslims to take out, help him, assist him to take out his frustration with Hakeem Institute. CRT has nothing to do with LBGQTI agenda. Their whole platform, Daniel Haqiqatjou, Saj Lipan, is to get those atheist white folks to come to Islam. That's their platform. And they have the same rhetoric template on YouTube as the far right racist. Because they want to get the algorithms. That's what happens when you follow YouTubers who have a living to make money on YouTube. Saj Lipan, when you go be an imam in the masjid, go get a real job. Go to those white racists and go give them dawah. Get this guy, Daniel Haqiqatjou, a clown. I don't know how Sheikh Osama Zahabi is going to share a platform with this racist. He's not a suspect racist, Daniel Haqiqatjou. He is a racist. He is anti-black. And he has anti-black rhetoric. Here's a post of his. At the same breath, he's trying to praise Malcolm X and at the same time belittling the death of George Floyd by saying George Floyd died on drug overdose and doesn't want to recognize that George Floyd got killed by a racist cop by putting his knee on his neck for 9 minutes. The halal fi Islam, what happened? What's the hukum in Islam according to the Sharia law about striking peoples in the face or neck? I don't understand how Sheikh Osama Zahabi is going to share a platform with this racist, with anti-black sentiment. I don't know how some of you brothers on Facebook was promoting Daniel Haqiqatjou, and in the same breath, you're talking about black people's issues, systemic racism, white supremacy, and you're sharing same stuff from Daniel Haqiqatjou. It's a smack in the face. That means that you're politically ignorant. Then for those brothers who's promoting these individuals, Saj Lipan, who's suspect racist in my book, and Daniel Haqiqatjou, who is a racist, who's promoting their stuff, and you talk about your black conscience and you working in the black community, fix black. What do you think, as a black African American Muslim or non-Muslim, see some of this racist stuff from Daniel Haqiqatjou and Saj Lipham talking about critical race theory? Muslims need to stay away from this. Critical race theory is talking about systemic racism, white supremacy effect on black peoples historically in the US. How that's LBGQTI agenda. How that's LBGQTI agenda. And then you got this clown, Daniel Haqiqatjou, talking about the far right. Oh man, they good. Look, they want Sharia law and this and that and that and this and this and this and that. Look at this clown, man. This is your sheikh. This is your guy's teacher now. This clown. This guy's a clown. This is the downfall of YouTube and social media, man. This stuff ain't no dawah, man. This stuff ain't no dawah. And I hope somebody pull the quote of Sheikh Osama Dahabi. Your man Saj is not good. And what makes Saj a real sellout, unfortunately, that a lot of black folks, African American Muslims, supported Saj. Because if you go look at Saj's YouTube channel for about 3 years ago, so now it's a whole different total things. Saj started out with the African American Muslims who made his channel, because he was talking about the issues between Sheikh Muhammad Munir and those people who was going against him. So a lot of African American Muslims helped make and pushed his channel. Now he's talking this rhetoric from Daniel Haqiqatjou. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? Stop following these YouTubers, man. Stop following these YouTubers. This is this guy right here, Daniel Haqiqatjou. Or I forgot this simp on fentanyl addict criminal who I believe died on drug overdose. Somebody go show, this is Daniel Haqiqatjou Telegram account. Somebody go show that to Sheikh Osama Dahabi. This is the guy you sharing the platform with. And you talking about Black Lives Matter, and you're sharing a platform with a racist Muslim who's making fun of George Floyd, his death, saying that he died on fentanyl. He didn't die from the police putting his knee on his neck. A lot of us are our brothers, African American Muslim. I don't care. You got some knowledge in Islam, whatever you have, man. It's like if you guys sharing platforms with racists, all that knowledge you went to study Deen, yo, man, it's not benefiting you in making good decisions. Now, me as a black Muslim or black African American, I see you sharing a platform with a person who has black sentiments, man. I lose my respect for you. I lose my respect. I make excuses. Maybe you don't know. You need to start knowing. You need to start knowing. I'm gonna keep this video real short. Real short. Look at him. Daniel Haqiqatjou again. Spreading the far right politics, rhetoric, talking about Martin Luther King Jr. attacking him. This guy is a racist. All his stuff. Racist. 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 His telegram is far worse. He attacked Muslim women. Far worse. And you guys sharing platforms with this guy online. Somebody need to go and pull the quote of our brother Sheikh Osama Dahabi, because I don't understand talking about Black Lives Matter and you sharing a platform with this racist. This guy is a racist, Daniel Haqiqatjou.